So all in all, it looks like the Republicans will pick up 2 seats in the New Jersey Senate. But the shocker is in Gloucester County, where Republican Ed Durr, a truck driver and political novice, defeated powerful Senate President Steve Sweeney. And in Atlantic County, it was the battle of the Vinces between Democrat Vince Mazzeo and Republican Vince Polistina. Now, the polls predicted the Democrat would win. He didn't. Here's my interview with Senator Vince Polistina. Let me start off by saying congratulations, but I don't know whether to call you senator or senator-elect. Which one would you like to be called?
I'm the senator here, Larry, but thank you. We were selected by the Atlantic County Republican Committee. We were sworn, although we'll do an official ceremony in Trenton, but I am the senator here for District 2 in Atlantic County.
Let's explain what happened. You were chosen to replace Chris Brown. You went to get sworn in, but the Senate President, Steve Sweeney, refused to swear you in. You had your own swearing-in ceremony with the judge. He said that didn't count. And so that's why I asked the question for those who don't know the story. You consider yourself a senator. Steve Sweeney has not said you're a senator. However, Steve Sweeney may not be a senator anymore. Give me your thoughts on that election. We're recording this on Wednesday morning, and it seems like he may lose to a guy that spent $153 and is a truck driver.
Certainly could be some irony there, Larry. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, I think they all thought after they tried to deny me having my legislative office and trying to prevent me from being sworn in, I think they thought they would be saying goodbye to me when we do the official ceremony in Trenton, and it may end up being the other way around, where we're saying goodbye to Steve Sweeney, depending on how this plays out in District 3. Be a tremendous, ironic situation if that's the way it plays out. But you know, the whole thing, I mean, people needed help with the pandemic and the division of motor vehicles and unemployment. There were so many issues here that people in Atlantic County needed help with, and I don't think it was good for them to play the games that they did, to deny me the access to the office, deny me the ability to help people, because I think people looked at that here and said it's not right, should not happen, and they didn't respect them just playing politics for the sake of playing politics.
And why did they do it? Did they do it specifically to win this election?
Did it specifically to try to win this election. It was all about trying to deny me the ability to be the senator, to help people with all the things they needed help with right now. It was all politics. It literally could have been stopped with a 30-second phone call to the Office of Legislative Services. They refused to do it.
Do you believe that helped you win?
I do believe it helped me win. I do believe that people around here in Atlantic County rejected, you know, that just people playing politics. I don't think they respect it. You know, you add in the negative campaign they ran, and I think the voters here responded. And, you know, it was obviously a great night for Republicans in many areas, but I think people looked at this situation and, you know, did not respect what the Democrats did and didn't respect my opponents saying anything about it. They were silent the whole time. They know people need help, and they refuse to do anything.
Now, you've been out campaigning, and you've been in the district for a long, long time, maybe your whole life. I don't know your story past the last few years, but maybe your whole life. So you do have a plan, right? You're going to be going now to Trenton, and you'll finally get an office. You'll be going to Trenton. What do you believe is your job? What do you believe that the citizens sent you to do?
So there are a lot of things I think we were sent to do. I think primary is the cost of living and the unaffordability of New Jersey. We were hearing it out on the street. You know, they follow these polls all the time. They take all this data. They run their campaigns based on polling. We were running our campaign based on knocking on doors and talking to voters and listening to people, you know, as we were going out in the community. And what they were saying was property taxes are horrible. Cost of living is terrible. The unaffordability in New Jersey is something we don't want. Now, couple in the inflation, and every time we go to the grocery store, go to the gas pumps, we have to pay more. People were frustrated, and we were hearing that out on the street. So affordability is number one. Of course, I represent Atlantic City. That is 1A. You know, we have got to redevelop, reinvest into Atlantic City. We got to get more police officers on the street. We got to make it clean. We got to make it safe. And so that's kind of going to be our initial focus of what we do. We got to make education more equitable. We got to diversify the economy here, create jobs. So there are a number of fronts we're going to be working on. I'm really eager to get going on it.
You brought up an interesting point because Republicans not only did well in New Jersey, but in Virginia and across the country, and Democratic progressives especially did very bad. And it seemed like the strategy for Democrats to run, and I'm not sure what happened in your race, and you can tell me, was to run against Republicans being too extreme, Republicans being tied to Donald Trump, the brand of the Republican Party and Donald Trump. And it really backfired. Do you believe that, even if it's not in your own district? Is that how you see this race nationally?
Yeah, I do. I think that certainly the pull to the far left is something that I think people overwhelmingly rejected yesterday. I think in our district and across the country, some of these just far left progressive policies, I think people are saying it goes too far. We want people to work together. We want common sense policies. We want things to be more equitable. I just think that people got to the point when they're looking at what's going on in Washington and that dysfunction, looking at New Jersey here over the last 15 or 20 years of Democratic leadership, and they're just saying, we want to change. And certainly they came out and said that yesterday. They said it here. They did try to paint us with Trump. They ran this campaign. It was completely negative. It was all over the place, though. And I think the voters didn't even pay attention to what they were doing because it was so muddled and so disjointed. It really was not a coherent message that they were trying to communicate to the voters.
Well, sir, I'm glad you can put this all behind you. You are officially senator now, even though I'm sure you thought you've been senator for some time now. Congratulations, and thanks for talking to us today.
Anytime, Larry. Thanks for having me, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Senator Vince Polistina, Atlantic County. Still to come on Jersey Matters.
A group of New Jersey parents have been asking Governor Phil Murphy for months to allow for a virtual schooling option for children and families that are prone to COVID-19 complications. But so far, no luck. More on that story next.